Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my 2023-24 Championship Table Predictions. If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 60 likes on today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. We are on the road to 8,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed. If you haven't already, with that post notification bell on, it's free to do so and it does massively help out. Get a comment in as well down in the comment section down below. Which three teams do you think will be relegated down into League One? Who do you think will be automatically promoted into the Premier League, and who completes your top 6 and makes the playoffs? Like what I said in yesterday's video, I can only apologise about the state of the setup at the moment. It's going to be like this for the next week or so. The upload schedule as well is going to be completely all over the place just while I wait for things to arrive and all that sort of stuff. I can only apologise for how pathetic this setup is at this moment in time, but bear with me. When it's done, it'll look really good and the quality of the videos will massively increase. But you're not here for the aesthetic of things, you're here to listen to my absolutely incredible ball knowledge. Now, the Championship is always the hardest league to predict, not only because it's so random and every team seems to beat everyone. I don't really have much ball knowledge of the Championship. As a Bradford City fan, I don't really watch much Championship football, to be honest with you, so take it with a pinch of salt. And all these predictions were made, actually, before a ball was kicked. I know I'm uploading it after 4 weeks into the season, but these predictions were made before all the signings that happened before a ball was kicked, and obviously the first few games of the season as well. So some of them already look like absolute stinkers. Make sure to drop a like on there for me. Subscribe if you're new as well. And let's get into it. In at 24th position then, I have gone with QPR. Someone's unfortunately got to be bottom. It does seem like a bit of an easy pick so far, because of the off-the-field issues at QPR. You know, their spending budget. Gareth Ainsworth hasn't really impressed so far. They've brought in a lot of experience in Asmir Begovic, Jack Colback, Steve Cook comes in. I don't think they're bad options, but they just really lack a striker for me, so I'm going to go with 24th place for QPR. In at 23rd then, I have gone with Huddersfield Town. Obviously, as a Bradford City fan, it would be absolutely brilliant to see Huddersfield get relegated, but I thought they did a decent job under Neil Warnock to survive last season, but I think this year it's going to be just too much for them, and I think they will be getting relegated this season. Their recruitment so far has been absolutely average at best. They've not really brought too much in, and as of right now, I'm going with a 23rd place finish, for Huddersfield Town. In at 22nd then, I have gone with Yorkshire neighbours at Sheffield Wednesday. Obviously, the loss of Darren Moore was a pretty significant one. Their recruitment so far hasn't exactly been great. You know, they've brought in a left winger from Paris Saint-Germain for £1 million, according to Transfermarkt, which is obviously must be a pretty decent signing, in my opinion. I look at some of their other recruitment. There's a lot of players coming from overseas, and I don't really know too much about them. Ashley Fletcher's come in. Can't say I'm exactly convinced by him, and like I said, I don't really know too much about the players who have come in from overseas, but as of right now, I'm going with a 22nd place finish for Sheffield Wednesday. In at 21st, I have gone with another Yorkshire club, this time a Sheffield Wednesday South Yorkshire rival. I've gone with Rotherham United. I'm going to back them to stay up once again this season. It seems always to be a pretty easy pick to predict Rotherham to go down, but I'm going to back them to stay up this season. I like the signing of Dylan Phillips. You know, if he can get back to his form from his Charlton days, I think he could be a really good signing. Brought in Cafu and Grant Hall to add some experience into that side. Fred Onyedima's come in to probably be that Ogbene replacement. Can he do that? I certainly think so, in my opinion. He's come in on a loan from Luton Town, 26 years of age, bit of a point to prove, so I'm going to back the Millers this season for survival. I think they will finish in 21st place. In 20th, I have gone with Cardiff City. Now, obviously, Aaron Ramsey has joined the club and he provides a wealth of experience if you can keep him fit. I really like the signing of Carlton Grant. Again, he's proven in the past he can do well at this level, and I think that is a good signing. Josh Bowler's come in on loan as well. They've brought in a decent amount of loan players, and I don't think they'll be in too much of a shout of relegation. I think Cardiff will finish in 20th place. In 19th position then, I have gone with Preston North End. I don't think they're bad, but they're just not great. They brought in Calvin Ramsey on loan from Liverpool. Again, bit of a point to prove for him after I think he was injured for the majority of last season. Will Keane's come in as a striking option from Wigan. Dwayne Holmes is coming as well from Huddersfield. Not overly convinced on him. I do like the signing though of Jack Watmore. I'm not really too sure, on a free transfer from Wigan. I think that's a good experienced centre-half signing. You know, he's done well at Wigan previously, and I think he's got good championship pedigree, but as of right now, I'm going to go with Preston North End to finish in 19th. In 18th position then, I have gone with Bristol City. Obviously, losing Alex Scott is a pretty significant loss, to be honest with you. Despite getting a good fee in for him, they've not really spent too much of that as of right now. They've brought in Jason Knight and Ross McCrory as two central midfield options. I think they're pretty decent options. Rob Dickey's come in as well from QPR. He wasn't bad a couple of seasons ago. Last year was certainly not his greatest year. You know, their recruitment has started out well, but they just need a bit more for me to be any higher up in the table. So as of right now, I'm going to go with an 18th place finish for Bristol City. In 17th position then, I have gone with Blackburn Rovers. Obviously, the loss of Ben Brereton Diaz is a pretty significant one. They've replaced him with Niall Ennis. Can't say I'm overly convinced with that one. And again, just a real lack of recruitment in my opinion. So I can't really put them any higher as of right now. In 17th position then, I have gone with Hull City. Like I say, these predictions were made before a ball has been kicked. Their recruitment has been very good. The strong room is going to get some decent players in over the line as well over the next couple of days. They've brought back Aaron Connolly on a permanent basis. Liam Delap's come in on a season on loan. Scott Twine's coming on loan as well from Burnley. I think it's an absolutely exceptional signing in my opinion. My team, Bradford City, actually played against Hull in pre-season and I think they have the makings of a good team. I like Liam Rosenior as a manager, but as of right now I just can't quite put Hull City any higher than 17th place. In 16th place I have gone with Stoke City. Now the recruitment so far has been pretty decent. I'm not going to lie, they've brought in a lot of players. I like the signing of Ben Pearson coming in from Bournemouth. They've also brought in Daniel Johnson after I think he turned down the new contract with Preston North End, and the Stevens is coming as well from Sheffield United, provides some good experience in there. Wesley has come in from Aston Villa again. You know, has decent pedigree, you know, not done bad in the Premier League, and I think that is a good signing at this level. And overall for me, as of right now, I'm going to go with a 15th place finish for Stoke City. In 14th place then, I have gone with last season's League One champions in Plymouth Argyle. I'm a big fan of some of their recruitment so far. Morgan Whittaker and Barley Mumba both returning to the football club is absolutely massive for them. Lewis Gibson's come in on loan as well, on a free transfer from Everton's under 21s. Again, I like him. Finn Azaz has also returned to the football club on loan. Again, an absolutely brilliant signing in my opinion. I really do rate Stephen Schumacher as a manager. I think for a first season back in a championship, this would be a really good finish for Stephen Schumacher's side, and I think with their home form is going to be so key for them this season. So I'm going to go with a 14th place finish. In 13th place then, I have gone with Norwich City. Now I look at their recruitment so far and I don't really know too much about some of these players. Shane Duffy's come in from Fulham on a free transfer, provides some good experience. Ashley Barnes as well is a very experienced centre forward, a bit of a wind-up merchant as well. I think that one will be a good signing for Norwich, and their squad from the Premier League days is slowly changing. They're going with this new philosophy and all that sort of stuff. So as of right now, I'm going to go with a 13th place finish for Norwich. In 12th position then, I have gone with West Bromwich Albion. Now I look at their recruitment so far and it's just not really impressing me all too much, to be fair. Josh Madger coming in on a free transfer, I'm just not overly sold by him, to be honest with you. I actually think Carlin Grant is a better option, in my opinion. They've also brought in Jeremy Sarmiento on loan from Brighton. Now, if someone's coming in on loan from Brighton, they must be half decent, because Brighton very rarely get recruitment wrong. So that one could potentially be a good signing, but I think they've got some off-the-field issues as well. Their recruitment has been pretty underwhelming, so I can't put West Brom any higher than 12th place. In 11th position then, I have gone with Ipswich Town. Their recruitment so far, along with how well they did last season, along with their manager, I think they're set for a very good season. Now, I'm not quite backing them to get automatically promoted into the Premier League like some people, but I'm a massive fan of Jack Taylor. I think that one is an absolutely incredible signing, in my opinion. I thought he's been one of the best central midfielders in League One over the last couple of years at Peterborough. I'm a big fan of him. George Hurst has not really cut it at championship level so far. He's done much better in League One, but I think under Kieran McKenna, he could certainly develop. Obviously, Amari Hutchinson's coming as well on loan from Chelsea. Potentially could be a very good signing. They've got rid of a couple of players as well on loan, and for me personally, I think Ipswich are in for a very good season, so I'm going to go with them to finish in 11th. In 10th position then, I have gone with Swansea City. Now obviously Ryan Manning is a pretty significant loss, but their recruitment has been pretty decent so far. Josh Key's come in for an undisclosed fee from Exeter. I think he's a very good player, in my opinion. Jerry Yates has come in from Blackpool. I think again, very good signing, in my opinion. Obviously losing Morgan Whittaker was not a great loss. You know, I think they certainly could have got much more money for him, in my opinion. But I think, am I right in saying Joe Perreault is still there as well? Obviously, they brought in Michael Duff as their manager, and I think he's a really good manager, in my opinion, as well. I think Swansea are in for a pretty decent season. Not quite good enough to get into that top 6, but I'm going to go with Swansea City to finish in 10th position. In 9th place then, and something that might shock a few people, I've gone with Birmingham City. Now, obviously, they've finished, I think, is it 17th or 19th consistently for the last couple of seasons, but their recruitment this year so far far has been very good. Christian Bielik, if he can keep him fit, is a very, very good player. They brought back Dion Sanderson on a permanent basis. Siriki Dembele has come in on a permanent transfer from Bournemouth. I think he'll be one of, if not the best wingers in the league, in my opinion. I'm a big, big fan of him, especially from his days with Grimsby and Peterborough. I think he's a very, very good signing, in my opinion. They brought in Tyler Roberts as well on a permanent basis from Leeds United. Ethan Laird's come in, Lee Buchanan. Like, they're spending the big money right now. Can they back it up? I personally think they will, and I think it will be a very strong season this year for Birmingham City. In 8th position then, I have gone with Watford. Now, Watford are always in and around it. Obviously, it was a disappointing year last year. They've now lost João Pedro, and they haven't really reinvested that all too much, to be fair. I think they must be going through some sort of financial issues, because I don't understand why you'd get 20-30 million in for João Pedro and then spend your highest transfer fee spending is 58k on Tom Ince. It doesn't really make sense to me. I don't think their squad's good enough as of right now to really challenge for that top 6. I think they will miss out on it this year, so I'm going to go with Watford to finish in 8th. In 7th position then, I have gone with Coventry City. Now, obviously, they've lost their 2 best players from last season. I personally believe Hamer is a bigger loss than Gyökeres. Obviously, they brought in Ellis Sims and Hadji Wright to replace Gyökeres. They spent 16 million euros on the pair of them two. I really like the signing of Bobby Thomas coming in from Burnley, and they've brought in, you know, a decent amount of signings, to be fair. Jada Silva's coming on a free transfer from Bristol City. I personally think that's a very good signing. Matt Robbins is one of the best managers in the league as well, in my opinion, but I think if they'd have kept hold of Hamer, I could have seen them getting into that top 6. I just can't quite see it as of right now. I'm not seeing a replacement for him, and obviously there's still a week and a bit more of the window to go, but as of right now, I'm going with Coventry City to finish in 7th. Before we get into my top 6 then, please make sure to drop a like on there for me and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Get a comment as well down in the comment section down below. And in 6th position then, I have gone with Millwall. Now, obviously, they just missed out on the playoffs last season. I think they've recruited very smartly. Kevin Nisbet from Hibernian is a good signing, in my opinion. Joe Bryan's coming as well on a free transfer from Fulham. And like I said, they were just missed out on it last year. They've recruited smartly, and I personally think Millwall will finish in the top 6 this season. In 5th position then, I have gone with Middlesbrough. Now, again, they've made a decent number of signings so far this season. They brought in Morgan Rogers on a permanent basis from Man City. Seny Dieng, while he had a bad season last year, has proven previously that he's a very good goalkeeper. He's come in from QPR, and obviously they've lost Tuba Akpom and not really replaced him as of right now. They've brought in Emmanuel Latte-Lath for a €5 million fee, according to Transfermarkt, from Atlanta. I can't say I know all too much about him, but obviously I think they got just over £10 million for Tuba Akpom, which is a pretty decent fee for someone who had 1 year left on his contract. I think if they get another striker in, Middlesbrough will be sitting pretty comfortably in these playoffs, in my opinion. In 4th place then, I have gone with Sunderland. Now, again, I'm liking some of their recruitment so far. Bradley Dack's come in on a free transfer from Blackburn. Obviously, he struggled with injury massively over the last couple of seasons, but I certainly think there is a very good player in Bradley Dack if Tony Mowbray can get him playing to his best. Now, there's rumours Tony Mowbray could be facing the sack at Sunderland. Joe Bellingham's also come in from Birmingham for around a £2 million euro. £2 million euro, doesn't even make sense. A €1.75 million transfer fee. That's what I'm trying to say. If he's even a quarter how good his brother is, then he's obviously going to be a very, very good sign. I think last year they obviously had a very, very good season. Nathan Bishop's coming from Manchester United. I personally think that's an incredible signing. I'm a big, big fan of Nathan Bishop. Their outs have not exactly been anything significant either. You know, they've got some good some players who didn't really perform last season out on free transfers or loan deals as well. So I'm going to go with Sunderland to finish in that top 6. I'm going to go with the 4th place finish for the Black Cats. In 3rd position then, I have gone with Leeds United. Now, I would really love to just not see them ever get promoted to the Premier League ever again. They've obviously lost a significant amount of players on loan or permanently as well. They've made a significant loss on a lot of these players, and I look at what's gone on at Leeds United and how has someone signed off for all these players to just be able to leave on loan. If they have a bad season this year, their value massively depreciates. They've done well getting a decent fee in for Tyler Adams, but a lot of them didn't really seem to think they should be playing in the Championship, despite a lot of them being the reason why they are now playing in the Championship. Their recruitment so far hasn't been bad. I like the signing of Joe Rodon on loan from Spurs. Ethan Ampadu's come in for, was it around about an €8 million fee from Chelsea. Sam Byram, I'm not overly convinced on he returned to the football club. I think they just need a lot more signings, in my opinion. I don't think a lot of their youngsters who were out on loan in Championship last season are ready, really, but I think Daniel Farke has proven previously that he can get promoted out of the Championship, and I'm going to go with Leeds United to finish in 3rd place. In 2nd position then, and the first team getting automatically promoted into the Championship, I have gone with Southampton. Obviously, Russell Martin's first season with the club and his first real season as a manager where the expectation is to get promoted, and I think he's going to be able to do that. Obviously, they've lost a significant amount of players, but they've got over £100 million in terms of transfer fees, with Salisu being sold for €15 million, Ward-Prowse going for €35 million, Livramento going for €37 million, and Lavia going for €62 million as well. Their recruitment has been pretty good though. Flynn Down comes in on loan from West Ham. They've also brought in Ryan Manning from Swansea, and Shea Charles has come in from Man City's under-21s. You know, they've spent a decent amount of money so far, but who can blame them when they've got the parachute payments, and they've also sold around about, was it €150 million, €50 million, sorry, in terms of transfer fees coming in, so you can't really blame them. I think they are going to get automatically promoted this season. I think they'll definitely get top 2 if Che Adams doesn't leave. Strong rumours at the moment he could be going to Everton, which would be a very significant loss for them, but as of right now, I'm going with 2nd for Southampton. And winning the league, I have gone with Leicester City. I mean, their squad last season was an absolute joke. They've not really lost too much, to be fair, Barnes and Maddison, but they've got nearly €90 million for the pair of them two, so they can't really complain all too much. Callum Doyle's come in on loan from Man City. They've also brought in Mavididi from Montpellier. Connor Cody and Harry Winks provide some very good Premier League experience into that side, and I personally believe Leicester City will go straight back up into the Premier League, and they will be my Championship title winners. And there we have it then. There are my Championship table predictions. Once again, I do massively apologise about the setup at this moment in time. I'm going to leave it there though for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 60 likes, as I said at the start of today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. We are on the road to 8,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already, with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so, and it does massively help out. Get commenting as well down in the comment section down below. Who do you think will be relegated? Who do you think will be promoted? And all that sort of stuff. Thank you all very much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all very soon for another video. Peace.